Hello everyone, my name is Scott Aubrey. I am the owner of Aubrey Law. We are an estate planning law firm and I am so happy to be here with you today. And today I'm going to talk about when you need to update your estate plan. But before we get started, if you have any questions about what I talk about today or any questions about estate planning in general, you can go to estateplanmeeting.com and schedule time to talk with me for free. Again, that website is estateplanmeeting.com. You can go there, you'll see my schedule, pick the time that works best for you, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have regarding estate planning. So today's topic is when you need to update your estate plan. Your estate plan is a living document, so you're going to need to make changes over time to make sure as your lifestyle changes. So it's not something that you can just do once, put it in a safe place, and then just have it stay there until you need to use it. So you need to update your estate plan. It really depends on your situation, and certain life events probably dictate that you need to make sure that your estate plan is updated to reflect those changes. Some of those life events would be the birth of a new child, if you were getting divorced, if you were to inherit a sum of money from a relative. You may want to take a look at your estate plan to make sure that that money is included as part of the estate plan. You make arrangements to protect that money for your family. So it really depends on what's happening in your life whether or not you need to update your estate plan. However, there are certain documents that should be updated on a regular basis, and that would be one of those documents would be the financial durable power of attorney. That's really a essential part of an estate plan. What that does is that allows you to appoint an agent to act on your behalf if you're unable to communicate with the outside world. What that would be if you're incapacitated, if you have dementia or things like that, where you're not able to communicate your wishes. You want to make sure that someone can step into your shoes and make those important financial decisions on your behalf for you. And the reason why in this document is something that needs to be updated probably every 3 years. And the reason for that is that if it goes any longer than that, the document can become stale. And what that means is that when you need to present that document to a financial institution, so someone can act as your agent, the institution may say, that's an older document. We're not going to accept that. We're unsure if that's still the person who made that document still their wishes to have you to act as their agent. So after a certain period of time, institutions are less willing to accept those documents because they feel that they're stale and they're very risk-averse companies. So they don't really want to do anything where someone come back and say, oh, well, that's an old document. I didn't want that to happen. I don't want that person to act as my agent. So those banks, financial institutions are very cautious about accepting those durable power of attorneys. So you want to make sure that document is fresh, it's up to date, it's current, and that way when you need to use that your agent will be able to present that and make those decisions regarding your financial accounts. Your healthcare proxy is another document. You don't have to update as much. You need to update that document if the person who you named as an agent you no longer want to be that agent. HIPAA authorization is the same thing. Your will, you really don't need to update that often. Once again, in your will you name certain people to act as fiduciaries, as your personal representative, as a guardian for minor children. So if those people change, or if you don't want those people to act in those roles anymore, then you need to update your will to reflect that. One case would be in the event of divorce. You want to make sure that, or if you're going through a divorce, you want to make sure that you update your will if you don't want your ex-spouse serving those roles on your behalf while you're getting divorced, because once you're divorced, then the will is null. But again, you want to make sure that that's done while you're getting. They make those changes while you're getting divorced. If you make certain gifts or bequests in your will, do you want to leave something to certain people, a watch or sum of money? If you want to change that, then you obviously have to change your will to reflect your changes for those gifts. But other than that, though, your will you don't really need to update it unless there's certain things change in your life and that you want to be reflected in your will. Another document that people have as part of their estate plan is a revocable trust. And for the most part, once again, the revocable trust does not need to be updated on a regular basis. You can create the trust, and as long as you don't want to change the terms of the trust, change when your beneficiaries receive the assets of that trust, or you want to change who the beneficiaries of that trust are, you don't really have to make changes to that document. So as long as the document still reflects what you want to happen after you die, then you don't need to make changes to your revocable trust. So in summary, for the most part, you don't really need to make changes to your estate plan. You don't need to update it. However, you should have your estate plan looked at on a periodic basis, probably every 3 years, by an estate planning attorney, just to make sure that no laws have changes that may impact how your estate plan will work. So you want to make sure that it's up to date to the latest laws. You want to go over just to review it, just to make sure that it's gonna work the way you want it to work. So you want to make sure that the people in place and that there's the people that you named as fiduciaries are still part of your life. So it's really a good idea to have a estate planning attorney look at that every 3 years, just to make sure everything works the way you want it to. The way I work with my clients is that I reach out to them on a yearly basis, just as a check-in to say, hey, it's been a year since, for the first year, it's been a year since you signed your estate plan. How's everything going? Do you want to make any changes? Have anything happened in your life that you may want to take another look at your estate plan? So we do that at the end of the first year and every year after that. So I want to stay in touch with my clients, just so they know that if they need to make changes, that we can do that for them. So that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you know someone that could benefit from seeing my video, please share this with them. If you have a question or comment, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer it for you. And again, if you have any questions about estate planning, you can go to estateplanningmeeting.com and schedule a time to talk with me for free. Again, that website is estateplanningmeeting.com. You can go there, you'll see my schedule, pick the time that works best for you. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have regarding estate planning. Once again, my name is Scott Aubrey. I am the owner of Aubrey Law. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you soon.